Hi guys, this is what it looks like where I live. It's flat and dry and brown because we've had a long hot summer. I'm sitting right here. I can see my apartment building. I live on the edge of town, out in the middle of nowhere almost. But anyway, this is a big cow pasture. There's a whole group of ponies across the way, but they moved out of my vision right now. Anyway, I don't know if you can see the blue over there. That's a playa lake. And a playa lake is just a low spot in the flat earth where rain tends to gather. And then we have these big lakes. I've actually climbed up there next to the lakes. Shocked my older grandsons to pieces when I brought them out here. They didn't know these lakes were here when actually that is their high school right there. That big white blob is their high school. Most people here don't even know they're here. They just seem to blend in with the background. But anyway, the shorter lake is 24 feet. The higher lake is 34 feet. And that base must be about 8 feet because I remember having, about 5 feet. Oh, my daughter says it's about 5 feet. I don't know. I remember having a hard time getting myself up over it. But anyway, that's the only time I have knowingly broken the law, when I climbed the locked gate to climb in here. Usually there's a lot of cows out here, but there aren't any cows today. They're somewhere else on the acreage. But anyway, these lakes were built by a local artist by the name of Lightning McDuff. He's a welder, goes by Lightning McDuff. It was paid for by Stanly Marsh III. Stanly Marsh III was an eccentric multimillionaire that lived here in Amarillo. Had more money than sense, and he inherited his money from his parents and grandparents, who made it big in the oil and gas business when those things were found here in the Panhandle. But anyway, Stanly Marsh III liked art, and this was one of his art projects. He went by Stanly Marsh III instead of Stanly Marsh III because he thought that sounded pretentious. Anyway, these lakes are based on a poem written by Percy Shelley. Now, Percy Shelley lived in the early 19th century. He was born in the late 1700s, 1782, I think, and he died in the early 1800s. He was 29 when he died. He and three friends were on Percy's boat in a body of water off of the coast of Italy. Storm came up and sank the boat, and they drowned. They didn't find the bodies for 10 days, and they were in pretty bad shape then, but they could identify which one was Percy because of something he had in his pocket. And so, since the bodies were in such bad shape, they cremated them, which was different than how we cremate people now in the 21st century. It involved piling wood around the bodies and set it on fire. Well, Percy's heart, for some reason, did not burn. They think it must have calcified in the water or something. But anyway, his heart did not burn. They gave it to his wife, Mary, and Mary carried it in a silk bag the rest of her life. She carried it with her all the time. Now that's quirky right there. Mary Shelley, you may know, wrote Frankenstein. So they were just an odd family. Stanly Marsh III was an odd guy. But anyway, Percy Shelley wrote this poem called Ozymandias about two pairs of similar legs he saw in a desert in Egypt. And so he wrote this poem about it, and this is, Lightning McDuff's rendition of those legs. So I told you Amarillo had quirky things. The Texas Panhandle has a lot of quirky things. This is one of them, so I thought I'd show it to you. I can see my apartment from here. Where I live, it's just flat. Visibility is about 20 miles, and it's always windy, so I apologize if you can hear the wind horrible. But anyway, I wanted to show you these two big lakes. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. I have 97 subs now, 97 of you. I am just so pleased. Thank you, every single one of you, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.